Well, hello there. I'm Auntie Sarah from CoffeeCraft, and I am bringing you a new beginner wood burning tutorial. I thought it would be really fun to make a fish fillet kind of board, and on one side we're going to keep things honest. A measurement near the top that says like 1 foot, and then we're going to flip it over and do the same measurement, but on that side we're going to put 2 feet. If this kind of tutorial sounds interesting to you, roll up your sleeves, grab yourself a hot cup of motivation, and we're going to get started. So I've got my trusty old wood burning tool. I've wrapped some that sticky tape sometimes you see in like medical use. I wrapped that around it just to give it a better ergonomics. I've just plugged it into power. I've turned it on to high just to get it heated up, and then I'm just going to let it sit here, heat up, and I'm going to cut out my plans. The first one we're going to do is the honest guide. In the tutorial that you could find at coffeecrafters.org, you will see that we have both a guide and a mirrored version. You're going to cut out your mirrored version, and we're going to lay that down and transfer the ink. I'm actually going to cut on the inside of the dashes because I don't want to transfer the dashes onto the wood. Just cut out all 3 pieces here. We are going to take our 3 pieces and we're going to arrange them. Unfortunately, a piece of paper is not 12 inches wide, so we had to do a little bit of arranging, but we're going to have the farthest line here line up with the 2-inch mark. Then we're going to do the same over here, so at the 14-inch mark. And what we're going to do is I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to tape it down, and we're going to burn this one first. And once we hit the lines from this, we can align the second piece right on the 6-inch mark, and it'll be easy peasy. So now that I know that it's lined up pretty well on this width direction, let's ensure that I like the height here so that I can still kind of peel this direction and see how things are going as I'm wood burning, but it won't move around. So we are not going to tape this guy just yet, but we can align this catch of the day sign. Okay, so that looks like my writing will be just about at the 2-inch mark, and I think that's actually really nice spacing. I'm gonna leave it alone. Fate was on our side this time. Don't question it. When you put a piece of hot metal on your paper, you wanna keep moving, all right? If you leave your hot tool on the piece of paper too long, you're gonna burn the paper. So I recommend once your tool is heated up, we're going to just turn it down a little bit so that it's not immediately too hot. And then we're just going to quickly start moving this side to side. You see how it's starting to burn the paper a little? That means I'm waiting too long. Now what's happening here is I'm heating up the paper and I'm heating up the ink that is printed on one side of it. And with the pressure pushing down and the heat loosening the bond that the ink has on the paper, the ink is then bonding to the much cooler wood. It's looking really good. Catch of the day. Nice. Again, I think that's plenty for me to be able to see what I need to burn. So I'm going to try my best to align this line onto this one. And I can just barely see that line underneath here. So we're going to get it as close as we can, and then we're going to flip this guy over. I suggest you kind of fold this piece in half right down the line. My ruler out here and use it just like a straight edge. Line it up to this guy and make sure that the line that you're going to add is just as straight. Now we go again. So I think we are done here. I'm going to let this cool off, and we're going to switch the tips, and we're going to get started actually wood burning this design in. If this was cool enough to take out, I would advise you wait till it is completely cool. Even schedule doing this kind of thing over a few hours. Do one step, walk away, go do something else. Watch a show, read a book, do a different craft. Don't rush this. If you rush putting a new tool in a hot tool, you risk welding these little threads into your tool. So that's both sides done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off my hot tool. I'm going to unplug it. It's going to cool. Everything's going to be safe and happy and wonderful. I'm going to wash it, I'm going to dry it, and I'll meet up back with you tomorrow to apply the nice oil to it to make it butcher block. Alright, see you in the morning. Welcome back. Whew. New day, new me. Everything's great. As you can see, my board here is now washed and dried, and actually I think now almost all of the like stains and things that were on here are a lot lighter, so that's good. What I'm going to do now is apply with a clean paper towel some of this food grade mineral oil. We got this like a year ago when we installed some butcher block countertop, and you know, we really haven't gone through a whole lot of it. So, you know, I highly recommend this stuff if you are doing any kind of food grade like woodworking. I think it's really, really nice to just gently just rub it in, go with the grain, brings out the natural color of the wood. So now I'm going to take a dry paper towel with nothing on it and just try to wipe off any of the excess here. Now we'll flip it over and we will do the other side. That means we're all wrapped up here. I think this is a beautiful gift. I'm very much looking forward to giving this to someone, seeing their reaction. Thank you for joining me today. If this inspires you to do some crafting of your own, you go ahead and tag CoffeeCraft in your work and show us what you're working on. I hope you have a great day. I can't wait to see what we craft together next. All right, bye-bye.